New details are coming out tonight on just how Russian interference in the U.S. election actually played out.
Facebook sold more than 3,000 ads to a Russian troll farm.
I figured out that one of my friends had been posting things that were not true.
What we're talking about is the beginning of cyber warfare.
To find out something that you really believed in was fake and Russian disinformation, that bothers a lot of people really bad. My name's Josh Russell. I'm a systems analyst for Indiana University. I spend a lot of my time on different hobbies and I get obsessive about things. So the past 2 years maybe, I've collected every piece of Russian disinformation that I can find. I didn't really believe the story at first. When someone put out the names of the first disinformation groups, I could look it up and confirm it, and that kind of got me started off. As far as I know, I probably maintain the most comprehensive list of Internet Research Agency related accounts. I spend maybe 3 or 4 hours a day on this. I'm just a regular person in Indiana. I don't have any relationship with any type of law enforcement, any of the tech companies or the social media companies. Hackers use a lot of the same tools that I do, but I don't attack anybody's computer networks. I'm basically just collecting data. At first, I was kind of scared about how much I had gotten into it. I've had death threats in Russian before. You know, people try to be mean to scare you out of doing things. I don't care anymore. One of the things I like to keep an eye on is what the Russians might be tweeting about and just check the trending hashtags. They've been super corrosive and extremely effective.
Down with the racists! Down with the Nazis!
They had large crowds of people out protesting one group against the other. And if you go in and you look at what they did on social media, they played both sides against each other. If they can get you to believe this really insane story, they'll slowly work in their propaganda narratives over time. For example, if they don't want you to vote, they might post a lot of stuff on their Twitter feed that you think is awesome and cool, but then they'll post those little things before an election that say, hey, you know, it's not worth your time to go out and vote. This is very obviously a Russian bot. Its whole purpose was to retweet the Russian troll accounts. I can ask Twitter all day long to suspend the bot accounts and they won't do anything. But if I get one actual journalist that works for a reputable newspaper to inquire about that set of bots, they'll be banned almost immediately. That's kind of the only recourse I have to fight against these bot networks or this disinformation. It's really easy for the Russians to start interfering with elections and doing things politically again and getting away with it because people want their bias confirmed, essentially. We have freedom of speech, and as part of that, disinformation is going to come along with it. The more that people understand what it looks like, the less effect